can't believe he lives on a bike. No, on the
he lives on a bike?
Goodness, I'm really sorry, sir.
What the hell?
If you want to know my opinion...
What the hell?
I thought he was a shady short from the moment I set eyes on him.
KB, what the
Yes!
Wait. Holmes. Hey, yeah, Sholmes. Hey, yeah, I think you did it, so you go to jail. Also, I'm not sure if you did it, so can I have your key so I can go and check out your...
Hello everybody, KBTV Under the Sun, and welcome back to Case 4 of the Great Ace Attorney. We are in Soseki's room. There is a cat sleeping behind all the menus right now, and we're in the middle of examining it, looking for Mr. Sholmes, because he's somewhere in this pile of books.
Have you checked the trash?
I can't even check the- wait. Oh, I can check that! Look
I mean,
out.
I wasn't being literal, but I was thinking if there's any place Sholmes would be, it's probably the trash.
Yes. Look at all these balls of paper on the floor. There are notes scrawled all over them, in English. It looks like the waste
My
paper-
god, in English?
English?! Therefore it's written in Russian, right?
Yes, that is
Yeah.
the canon we established, unless
Yeah,
at some point it becomes German.
Yes, I think that's LP lore.
Got it.
If it's English, it's Russian. And if it's Japanese, it's English. Wait.
Complicated than Blaze Blue.
No. It was written English is Russian, and spoken English is Japanese.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, yes.
It looks like the waste paper basket is so full they've just fallen out.
I think Mr. Natsume must have been deeply immersed in his research, don't you?
Or deeply averse to tidying up his mess.
Look
Why
at how
can't it
many
be
books he has. How would you tidy that up in such a small room?
Why can't it be both?
I wouldn't like to speculate which is closer to the truth. That desk seems to be wedged into a crevasse between the mountains of books at either side.
I suppose Mr. Natsume would sit there and read while stroking his cat.
Okay, but that sounds lovely.
It is lovely, but surrounded on all sides by these towering old tomes. Surely he dreamt of books every night as well.
Where's his bed?
His bed is the books.
Yes.
Yes, he must have done, wasn't he? Oh, what's this?
Did you find the bed?
No, I didn't find that, but I did find a receipt from a second-hand bookshop. Yore Books.
Very funny, Capcom. Oh, yes, Mr. Natsume's name is on it. Look, and the date of the purchase. 2 days ago at 4:45 p.m.
Whose books are they? They're your books.
Oh my god.
The marketing writes itself.
That's the day of the incident.
That's just a short while before he was embroiled in a terrible attack. He must have been on his way from buying some old books.
You're on. It's you, Lewis.
Second-hand book receipt. A receipt discovered in Mr. Natsume's room for some books that he had purchased from a second-hand bookshop before the incident occurred. What does this mean to the case? Stay tuned and find out.
Look, it's a beckoning cat from home.
It's a bit big and bulky, isn't it? Surely Mr. Natsume didn't bring that maneki neko all the way from Japan with him. Did you bring a Daruma?
You brought a sword!
Yeah, that's they too.
No, Asogi brought a sword.
That's true.
And then the Sogi also brought Naruhodo.
Yes. So, really, at this point, Naruhodo is just a dead man's luggage.
Damn, you're right, though.
I hardly think you're in a position to comment, Mr. Naruhodo. Are you forgetting that I'm more enormous
Why did I mess that up?
Are you forgetting the enormous Daruma doll that you brought in your luggage?
Well, it can be dangerous traveling abroad. I wanted a lucky charm.
Where did
How
you
did
fit
you-
it? You were
Yeah.
the luggage.
Well, I imagine Mr. Natsume wanted the same. And this cat is sure to beckon good luck to him.
No, don't just gloss over this. Where did you fit it? You were the luggage. You didn't have luggage. You were the luggage.
I think Asogi packed light.
Clearly.
I'm gonna study abroad for a year. What are you packing? Nothing.
Asogi's like, just give me money. I'll buy whatever I need from IKEA. It's fine.
It's not doing a very good job so far, is it?
He wasn't say such things.
I didn't say a word. Why are my eyes such a giveaway? Because you're an open
You
book.
brought the Daruma with you, but it didn't cause you good luck. You were charged for murder on the boat.
Oh,
The cat agrees.
I want to pet it. Bye.
Bye,
It's
cat.
gone now.
It just disappeared into the box.
Oh my, what an adorable little cat.
We'll never find it again.
I mean, that's how cats work.
Exactly. I know. This is not a joke. This is a statement of fact.
Perhaps he's looking after all the books while his bastard is away.
No, he's peeing on them.
I don't know about that. He disappeared into that pile of books as quick as a flash. It was a tricolor Mickey, wasn't it? Do they even have that sort of cat here in Great Britain?
Sister Natsume brought the little creature with him from Japan.
That's made me feel homesick now. Wait, what ship was Natsume on that allowed pets?
Not the one of the What if he was also friends with the Russian sailors and they just allowed it?
I have news for you, Taisa.
What?
There's more than one ship.
I know, but I feel like that's just standard protocol not to bring pets on any ship.
Maybe he used one of those new fangled machines. I heard the Wright brothers are working on one. It's probably why Soseki is so nervous, because he had to, be the first passenger on one of those new fangled Wright brothers contraptions.
Oh my god.
Or no one knows how to enforce the damn rules on their own boats.
I can believe that.
Too. Maybe he walked.
Over the
Like,
ocean?
you know what? You tell me. Innovation in travel or basic incompetence?
Yes.
The latter seems more possible.
Already? We've only been in the country for 2 days. Well, I guess being fair, we were also on that boat for 50 days, but,
You've also been a part of 2 murders, so that's lovely.
Could you even call this a window?
I think so. It was a window at one time, after all.
It doesn't mean it's a window. Now, it's no longer a window.
Oh no. Is this their answer to the ladder and step ladder thing?
No.
Oh. Dang it.
We're not there yet, no.
All that remains is a frame around some bricks now.
So really it's just a wall then, isn't it? But why would anyone deliberately brick it up like that?
I'm afraid I have no idea. Ah! Perhaps Mr. Natsume painted the brick design in a fit of whimsy.
That's alarmingly feasible.
Wait, so that's curtains and he painted bricks on them?
We don't know yet. Anyway, whatever the reason, the lack of ventilation in here makes the place very oppressive.
It does. I imagine being cooped up in a room like this would be extremely tiring.
No wonder he's
I think
so
that actually
stressed.
said trying, but it works.
Look at all those books stacked up there. They almost reached the ceiling.
That's for the cat. He likes to feel tall.
Yeah, valid.
Does the cat try to climb up the books and get to the next floor?
There's no try. He does.
The cat can phase through floors. Good to know.
They're all works of English literature. And they all smell so musty.
Yeah, you just said it. They're English literature.
But with this volume of books to hand, you'd never be short of reading material, would you?
No, what a dreamy idea.
A bad dream, maybe. For me, at least.
You're an English major!
Mind you, I don't imagine the book that's at the bottom of the pile now will ever be read again.
So reading is an experience that comes but once in a lifetime. Just as a tea ceremony teaches us.
Sato,
I
what the hell?
certainly didn't expect the conversation to turn down the path of tea ceremony philosophy.
That actually makes a lot of sense of what she's comparing it to, if you
Yeah.
understand Japanese tea ceremony practices.
And hello.
Yeah, now he's here.
Listen, Naruhodo. A candle.
Aha! There's the candle! Where did he appear from?
I'm upset that made me laugh so hard.
You're welcome.
He seems to be engrossed in the pages of an old book.
Good
I
news,
hope
we're
you
not
won't
short
mind
on
it.
any of those.
But, yes. Also, I'm worried that candle's going to burn all these books. I hope you won't mind if we disturb him. Hello, Mr. Jones.
2. Good day. Now, let me see. Where was it that we met?
It was the boat.
Mr. Sholmes, we're here together on the SS Bria.
Yes, of course, the Bria. And let me see. What happened on that voyage?
It was Kazuma Asogi. He died tragically. But you were a great help to us. Also a great pain.
But of course, the case of Mr. Asogi.
Pretty sure he doesn't actually remember any of this, and he's just going by what you're telling him.
Was the one with the snake, right? Wasn't it?
Oh, okay, fine. Prove me wrong immediately.
I
Damn.
think he's like, here's the story, tells it to Iris, forgets the rest of the story, reads what Iris wrote. Yep, that's what happens.
That's the ADHD way right there.
But
But he solved it the whatever way. He sang that song on the boat. The whatever way.
Oh,
Well, he seemed to remember something of it, at least.
what an honor to be remembered vaguely by the great Hurlak Sholmes.
Oh my god.
This is Mr.
oh no, my dear madam, hold your tongue. I pride myself on my superior powers of recollection.
Do
Your
you
names
though?
Your names are safely recorded in my brain attic.
Are they though?
Shouldn't they be in your brain house and not your attic? Your attic implies that, you don't look at them a lot.
No emissary from hell takes up the house.
Oh.
Miss Naruhodo and Mr. Suzato.
Yep, you nailed it. Brilliant. Amazing. I can't believe. Wow, man, I'm blown away.
I mean, to be fair, he did remember the names. Just not who they go to.
Try the other way around, Mr. Sholmes.
That's why they're in the attic.
I lose the first round.
What? This is a game now? Of course it's a game.
The game is afoot.
Yep.
In truth, I had hoped to invite you both to my Baker Street suite the day we arrived in London. But some Scotland Yarders ambushed me at the railway station and whisked me away to a crime scene. It was an entirely trivial case, of course. I solved the matter in no more than 30 minutes.
So they apprehended Soseki-san in that short an amount of time?
I'm afraid the pursuance of a new case has dulled my recollection of my past involvements just a little.
A little?
It is a mistake to think that one's brain addict has elastic walls and can distend to any extent. I do my best to forget useless facts, lest they elbow out the useful ones.
I think knowing who the prime suspect in a case was is kind of important. Maybe not. I don't know.
No, I got people for that.
Oh, okay.
Yes, those are my own words of imitable wisdom, you know, from an adventure entitled A Study in Scarlet.
Please, there's no need to quote yourself.
I don't always remember my pearls of wisdom, but fortunately, my associate pens them beautifully.
You mean the
He
10-year-old?
embellishes them, though.
He
So
means
you're
Iris,
not
I suppose.
Remember? Okay.
Mr. Sholmes. We have some extremely important questions to ask you about this trivia case you just mentioned.
Goodness, one earnest expression. My dear madam, I should be only too pleased, and this murky room is an apt place to discuss the murky case.
What happened to the candle?
I see you're going to present that now, huh?
You always gotta present it.
I have a feeling he's gonna say the same thing, but let's see. Oh, never mind.
Mr. Naruhodo, please. Despite Despite aspersions to the contrary, I am a professional. If I am to unleash my deductive powers on that trinket, I must ask for a sum of £3 in cash.
What?
Oh, I don't need you to make any deductions about it. I was just wondering if you might know...
Mr. Naruhodo, as a professional, I insist that if I am to offer my opinion on that trinket, I must ask for a sum of £3 in cash. Just...
Mr. Sholmes has an eye on an expensive copy of the complete works of Shakespeare.
How do you know that?
How do you...
That was my power of deduction. How did you like it?
Well,
It was okay.
well now you owe her £3 in cash.
Actually, I asked for 5 shillings.
Oh, damn.
5 shillings is cheaper than £3.
I was about
Oh.
to say.
Okay, fine. I take back my oh damn.
I was thinking of guineas.
If you want to shortchange yourself, Susato, that's on
don't
you.
get me started on guineas. I did all the research on how guineas work.
9,000 is still a lot. Anyway.
Yes, to stand on the stage amid rapturous applause. It has been a long dream of mine, as you know.
I literally had no idea. I don't think it was your dream, but sure. Alright.
Why are you lying?
I'd like the show armband. Did you know I want to be in a Shakespeare play? That has nothing to do with this, but okay.
We know this to be the lodgings of a Japanese foreign student by the name of Soseki Natsume. It seems that you assisted in his arrest, Mr. Sholmes, for the stabbing of a young woman outside here on Briar Road.
Natsume. Yes, I believe it was a name rather along those lines.
That student denies it. Was it really justifiable to arrest him on so little?
I'm sorry, Miss Susato. But I have not the slightest idea what you mean.
Of course you don't.
What?
I can't believe he was looking Susato-san squarely in the eye while feigning ignorance. I can.
I assure you, I am not merely feigning ignorance.
Doubt.
It would appear as if the pair of you are under some misapprehension.
Oh? How?
I assure you, I have no recollection of accusing your stooped compatriot of the crime.
But that doesn't make sense.
The good detective of Scotland Yard made the following request of me, and I quote verbatim. I don't know.
Verbatim?
Verbatim.
Verbatim.
But I mean, he being Sholmes, it makes sense that he would say verbatim.
We need.
Verbatim or verbatim if you're feeling spicy.
We need you to ascertain the identity and whereabouts of a man seen fleeing the crime scene.
A man seen fleeing.
There were a number of books scattered on the pavement at the scene. From the book plates, I was quickly able to determine the bookshop from which they had been purchased. On speaking with the proprietor, I was immediately led to this address. Elementary, wouldn't you say? I believe there's a receipt around here somewhere from the establishment in question.
So you don't think Mr. Natsume is the culprit then?
That I could not tell you. But it was aggravating my faculties, hence why I returned here. However, this place is such a trove of fascinating books, I found myself quite lost in I hate this man sometimes.
Bibliophile?
Bibliophile?
Bibliophily.
Lost in
Bibliophily.
books.
He was so
Lost in a
engrossed.
complicated book term that this voice actor will not pronounce correctly.
Bibliophily?
Philadelphia.
Bibliophily cheesesteak.
Oh,
Oh.
that sounds delicious.
Do not be deceived into believing that I am a man of leisure. No, no, no.
Yeah.
Tell me. Have you encountered the landlord of these lodgings? The one who looks like the man from those McDonald's commercials?
Yes, Mr. Geradev. A retired military man.
Be more precise, I think you're talking about your skeletal structure, but yes, it was the first time I've ever met a soldier from the Great British Institution of the Services.
And it was the first time I've ever met a maid from the Great British Institution, that is, service. Naruto. I didn't think it was that funny.
I do apologize. As you may well be aware, many households in London employ a maid.
Yes, I read as much in my Great Britain primer.
And so conversely, whether or not a household employs a maid has come to betoken the social standing of those dwelling therein.
Betoken their social standing? Sorry?
Put simply, my dear fellow, those who employed at least a single maid are considered middle class. Those who do not are beneath that.
My God, he can speak English. I can't believe it.
Wow.
In the upper echelons of society, of course, households employ enough staff to constitute a large family.
Yes, how extraordinary.
As you can appreciate, for those on the precarious boundary between the middle and lower classes, being able to afford just one maid is of the first importance.
I had no idea.
Man, I cannot speak today. And it is for precisely that reason that I find great stimulation in the situation upstairs. Specifically, in the retired Army veteran, Mr. John Garrett.
Oh?
Affable as he is, the fellow is hiding something. Whether or not it imposes on the circumstances of this case, I am as yet unable to ascertain.
I'm thoroughly lost in what he means to say.
I mean, last episode we saw that screen and we're like, what's behind there? And
We couldn't
actually
look,
see
yeah.
what's behind there.
Man, we're all lost.
Nowhere in this room.
Sorry, I was just dead-eyeing your screen there for a second. This room is thoroughly suffocating for the soul, my dear fellow. I assure you, any man whose lot is to dwell in a place such as this will stab somebody sooner or later.
That's profiling, Sholmes.
Yes, that's not very nice. Mr. Natsume has stabbed no one.
But sooner or later, as I said.
Don't believe that's the issue here. Are you trying to say that you're some kind of Harvey Dent?
About this dark little room, Mr. Sholmes. Why is there no longer a window? Do you have any idea?
No window.
Well, I mean, I can clearly see that there is a window of sorts. But it's been completely blocked with bricks.
See. The answer to that question is quite simple. Window tax.
There you go. Window tax? What is that?
Danny, not a tax on windows.
Precisely that.
Oh my goodness.
Until relatively recently, a tax was levied on households in this country by the number of their windows. those of lesser means, having inherited a sizable and costly family home perhaps, rapidly closed windows up. While the rich opened windows here, there, and everywhere, in an effort to curry favor with those in power by furnishing them with large sums of tax money.
And in jest, forcing people to live in rooms devoid of light. Forcing people to update to Windows 11.
Indeed, disease was rife as a result. So, some 40 years ago, or thereabouts, the window tax was abolished. But its legacy remains, as you can see, in squalid lodgings such as these, for example.
I suppose Mr. Natsume's stipend for living here in London isn't very generous, perhaps.
It would appear so. I've done a little digging, and discovered that these lodgings were offered at an extraordinarily low price.
The room is so awful, I should think.
Apparently, Mr. Natsume only moved in here about 1 week ago.
Yes, that's correct. However, I don't believe the low rent is explained by the shabby nature of the accommodation.
Oh?
Still, that is of little relevance here. A matter not worthy of further attention.
Are you sure? I'm curious now.
Every time he takes out that pipe, I'm just waiting for bubbles to blow out of it.
Well, I believe I've told you all I can now.
Thank you, Mr. Sholmes.
Yes, Mr. Naruhodo. Was it not your intention to become a practitioner of law?
You remember that, did you?
Will you perhaps be offering your services in this very matter, I wonder? To the occupant of this room, Mr. Natsume, was it?
I'm not sure.
Not sure. On what grounds?
Well, I actually defended someone in court here only yesterday.
Really? Well then, I congratulate you, sir, on an ambition realized, and so promptly, too.
Well, the thing is, it's really made me question things. Am I right to believe in my clients? To trust in their innocence?
Yes. Trust.
Mr. Sholmes, Mr. Natsumi didn't do it, did he?
My dear fellow, I haven't the first idea.
Oh, but I thought that's why you were here. Didn't you come back to investigate?
Ah yes, that was indeed my initial intention. But there were simply too many fascinating books here. I couldn't possibly ignore them. Also, have you seen the kitty?
Yeah.
It's adorable.
I mean, you could.
I'd be
you
here
just
for
don't
the
want to.
cat. Oh, I see.
Nevertheless, there are two facts that I can state quite unequivocally. The man who fled the scene of the crime 2 days ago was the Japanese occupant of this room, and there are witnesses who swear to having seen the same man commit the crime. That is all I can say. Ah, and one more thing.
What is it, Mr. Sholmes? Tell us!
I cannot say with any certainty whether or not it is of relevance to this case, but I am quite sure that the retired army man who owns this property is hiding something.
Wow, clever deduction.
Mr. Garrett is? Mr. Sholmes said as much before, actually, didn't he?
Why are you shocked? The curtain was right there.
Anyway, at present, that is really all that plays on my mind in relation to this case.
Mr. Naruhodo. As yet, our investigations have uncovered nothing that could help establish Mr. Natsume's innocence.
No, you're right. Perhaps it's time we probe a little deeper into Mr. Garrett's secret.
Just remember, I cannot be sure whether the landlord's secret will prove to be of relevance or not.
This is Ace Attorney. If we're looking into it, it probably will be.
But I wish you every success, of course, Mr. Naruhodo.
It's just like, okay, I'm gonna put this in just as a red herring. It'll take 2 hours to do this, and it gets you nothing.
Huh, a busy man indeed. He's gone back to his books in the corner of the room. Are we moving? I guess we're moving.
Is he still there?
Yeah, he's still there. I mean,
Oh, okay.
you see, he's still there.
Okay.
Back to the books, man. Come
And
on.
the candle. The most important thing.
The most dangerous thing in this room is that candle.
19th February, Mr. Garrett's room.
Ah, you pair again. Tell me, was the detective chap, I forget his name, still hard at work down there?
It's a Hudak Sholmes.
Ah yes, rings a vague bell. All that detective business isn't really my thing, I'm afraid.
Well, Mr. Sholmes is in his element down there.
Jolly good show. Another cup of tea, if you please, Joan. Please don't spill over, please don't spill. Now then, why don't you tell me what— For the upteenth time, woman, will you watch what you're Bollywell doing?
I should be serving dinner shortly, sir.
I'm very scared. Yes, of course. Save me.
His secret is, I don't know why I had this made, get rid of her.
Frightfully rude of me, but I'm afraid I shall have to ask you to take your leave, if you'd be so kind.
Oh, yes, of course. We are deeply grateful for all your assistance.
Not at all, not at all. Don't get much of a chance to talk with young foreigners like yourselves. It's been a pleasure.
Well, that's the least racist thing I've heard today. In this game.
Best of luck and all that. Perhaps you could see yourselves out.
Don't let her see you out. She'll kill you.
According to Mr. Sholmes, Mr. Garrett is hiding something. And since no other avenues of investigation seem open to us at the moment, perhaps we should do some digging.
I wonder where he could be hiding something.
Hi, there's a butt. There's a butt. He's up here now.
What the?
What the?
Well, I
Sholmes?
guess Sholmes is done reading, so he's here now. So we're gonna go and examine Sholmes' butt in the next video. We'll see you all then.